Hello, everyone. Welcome to Tea Time with Steven. It's our new segment at Mogo Gaming, and we are proud to bring with you special guests that we have been people who have just been so happy to go interview with us. And today we are bringing with you Andrew, our friend, our buddy fighter. Andrew, say your last name because I don't want to be racist.
Paterkiewicz.
I was not going to say that out loud, so good.
Yeah.
Good. But
Right.
Andrew is one of Card Fighters Underground's top buddy fighters, but we're going to get into his journey a little bit. But once again, I'm Brew Master Steven, also known as the Casualist Casual, but I'm going to have to drop that for future projects, you'll see. But Brew Master Steven. So let's begin with our intro to Andrew. So Andrew, describe your buddy fight journey with us. What decks have you used? When have you started? What's it look like so we can see how great you are?
All right. When I first started, I started out with the demo decks with the Chief himself back at Bridgeport Comics and Games. And I drifted over since that one. I played Dragon Knights, but I had to leave away for school. When I came back, the legendary card fighter Kevin Cho showed me Darkness Dragon World, and he kept pushing me towards Dungeon World. So I kept with both worlds throughout my career. Fast forward up to now, last year I got access to the new El Quijote Overturn. I was able to play that for Atlanta and Chicago, but come fall short when X3 in the first 5 rounds, I was like, all right, I can't do this anymore. For Canada, I took the Chiefs Bane Dream SP'd out deck. Went X2 last round, had a huge headache, too much emotional stress, and then I had a drop. Turns out I would have made top 8, made 9th place, and the first place fighter got DQ'd for miswriting on his deck list, so I would have been up there. Then I went to California when X1 made it top 8, 2-0'd Horus in top 8 with Rosalia, and then played out 3rd, 4th, coming short against Horus again for top 1st, 2nd, and then 3rd, 4th, I just came short when they Idolmaster handled me. It kind of sucked, but it's cool. I made new friends. The most recent achievement I had was coming 2nd with Rosalia in the Race Against Time tournament, where what was it?
Mogo tournaments. That's right. We did one.
Was that 75% Time Dragons?
Yeah. Well, top 8 was 6 Time Dragons, so I mean 6 out of 8 is what I don't know. Darkness.
75%. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 3/4. Oh, I'm good at math.
All right. Yeah, that's about it. I am.
Good. So as you can see, our Mr. Andrew here has a long, extensive track record, which does bring up the conversation. What would you say is your mindset of buddy fight? Are you a competitive player? Are you a casual player? Are you somewhere in the middle? What does that look like for you? Sips tea.
Everyone calls me the walking contradiction. I am the most competitive casual player, but the most casual competitive player.
Oh, explican, por favor. You're gonna go grab me some.
So I'm willing to go the extra mile to make my decks competitive to meet the format, but when it comes to playing against people that I just want to have fun with, I will automatically scoop because I know they want to win more than me.
What? What does that mean? I don't understand.
For instance, if me and Khalil or the Chief himself would play top 8, and I know I would beat him, I would just scoop it up and let him continue to top 4.
Such generous mindset. You hear that, people? Be competitive, and maybe he'll bless you with the win. I love it. I love it. I wouldn't be me, but I'm a casual, so I was like, if I make it to top 8, then all you all deserve to lose.
I mean, when you from Team League, you just, when you got to top 8, you just, all right, sniping this one out, sniping that one out.
Look, Team League doesn't count. Team League is you are trying to do your best, because now it's not just your ego on the line. You want to bless. You don't want to be the downfall of 2 other people who just want to have hope. Now, 3 of you all go together and be like, we're just in it for the rainbows and the friendship songs, and we're gonna activate our fairy tale magic, and then you take what's coming. But I'm like, I'll try.
Yeah, Chicago's Team League. Rip.
Let's pour one out for Team League 2020. The tea is scalding.
I ran out of water, so it's fine.
It's okay. Tea is just water with flavor. I think I've insulted someone's culture just with that. But so we're here today to talk about the new support, because as you know, a lot of things are coming out. It's the end of Ace, which means we're always allowed some grandpa sets, as I like to call them. And we're talking about Buddy Again, Volume 2 and 3. So as you said, you started off with the return. You learned from the Wandering Card Fighter show, The Ways of Darkness Dragon World. And I think Darkness Dragon World comes back, right? With Volume 3, right?
Oh, yeah. Darkness Dragon World comes out with, for the future, it comes with a new staple for Star Dragon World and Darkness Dragon World. But that's not what I want to talk about, actually.
Talking about your old friend Death Gaze.
Yeah, let's talk about my old buddy Death Gaze. Spectral Strike, the most key word that no one understood how it worked.
I burned damage that didn't matter. Conditional burning.
Well, no, there was no way to play Spectral Strike. Everyone had an out to it. Everyone freely popped it. It's just, it was just like, all right, let me just throw a rock in a giant river, see if it splash. But now it's throwing a boulder in a pond. As you know about today's Facebook post, I made someone actually rage quit or get very upset.
Yes, Mobilites. If you are in North America Future Car Buddyfight, you have to check it out. The delicious salts. Don't drink too much; it's bad for your cholesterol, I heard. But it was salt. It was delicious. I woke up, skipped breakfast because it was quite hearty. It was a delicious post. But let's talk about this support itself, because some people are new to Buddyfight, and now that they're locked in these times, they may be trying to look at the game. So tell them about the new Spectral Strike, the new, the old, it's back, what's good in the hood, what's going on.
All right. So what you need for old cards to make the new Spectral Strike a bane of existence is the old Impact Violence Familiar, which is a counter speed impact, which can be casted as a spell. And an old dual world, right? And an old dual world monster called Armonite Death Gaze. Spectral Strike is when an opponent's monster is destroyed by battle by the monster that has the keyword Spectral Strike, you're dealing X damage. Violence Familiar increases Spectral Strike by 1, and the cool thing about Apostle or Conqueror of Malice D. Veil, I said that name 100 times today, and Armonite Death Gaze, and the new Dark Mad Knights. Those are Lingling Spectral Strikes. So no matter if they attacked or not, they will deal their Spectral Strike damage.
Oh, just now it's like less conditional pinging. Something just has to die, and now there will be free burn.
Yeah.
So fair, so fun, so buddy fight. I'm gonna go sip some more tea. This tea has liquor in it.
The shade is darkening on this video.
Ah,
You'll
like,
find this on the dark web.
delete backspace. This whole thing is flawed.
Control Alt Delete. This shouldn't have happened.
I mean, well, that's our skepticism that buddy fights become just what is this okay? No, fine.
Well, For the Future also introduces the new epilogue cards or black funeral cards, where I went against it yesterday for the first time, and I'm quite impressed at how the deck operates. I thought it was going to be a very gimmicky deck, but it actually takes some form of idea to it. At the beginning of your turn, or either player's turn, you will be stuck at 3 life, and your opponent, you will survive your turn. The next turn, you will kill your opponent. So it's not a grand finale of FTK, but it is a little gimmick, I would call it.
I mean, it's all of that edgelord, fluffy hair, superfluous random cards. Like, I've done 27 things. Wow, that's a lot. It's a lot of edge there. No point.
But it's not talk about EDD.
So that is so yes. So you have the Return of Death Gaze. Buddyfights Volume 2 contain Darkness Dragon Roar comes back with a vengeance. Black Funeral, Death Gaze, and we get to see some of our old friends. And I mean old like Shinsen Gumi from Dragon Knights.
Oh yeah, I saw Shinsen Gumi, but I have not actually seen their new deck in general. But I heard it's nasty.
Our Midwest chief just does nothing but proselytize it. Of course, he likes everything and wants everything to be great. So I don't know how valid that is, but it's good to see someone have that much hope.
He stamped approved my Death Case deck, which is kind of scary.
Well, it is scary because he approves FTKs and OTKs. Because who likes playing the game? Not I. You don't need to play. It's solitaire. Oh, more tea.
Let's go back to Yu-Gi-Oh. No, this is cheaper than Yu-Gi-Oh.
Exactly. I was so going to be entertained with Buddy Fight and Yu-Gi-Oh! Regionals were going to be on the same day. I was like, ooh, I'm so intrigued on which game will greet more salt. Some pre-Celtic god will have feasted today. But like I said, a lot of our old friends come back. We have Cosmo Dragoons, Shinsen Gumi,
Jack.
Wild Dragons. Jack ain't really old. He just refuses to die. We have Shinsen Gumi, Wild Dragons, Death Gaze, and the Spectral Strike. So and then couple tournaments, the next set is Glory Valiant, which is the return of all the first series of Ace people. So, but that means that's the end of Ace. We're at the end. We fought the big bad guy, Time Dragons. But now, due to the circumstances, I hope everyone's staying safe, by the way. Due to the current circumstances, we did not get to have a team link. So we didn't get to find a real American meta here in the States. So the next time we may get a true testing of American meta may be after Buddy Volume 2, 3, and Glory Valiant. So question to you, the Juan Schrodinger's Buddy Fighter, casual and competitive at the same time, rolling the line, hitchhiking across the street like the Hulk. I don't know. What do you think will be meta post Glory Valiant? Like, what's going to be on top?
All right, so the best 2 decks post Glory Valiant will be Evil Demonic Dragons and Thora. Now I'm being very biased.
And the Thora?
Yes, I'm being very biased on both, only because of the fact that Thora has the survivability and the control that it needs to outpace a lot of decks. With Eternity Rings, their new PS formation, their burn effectiveness, their defense, it's just a crazy outcome of a Thora. And along with their old cards with their Overturn and Overthrow, it's going to be an unbreakable circumstance.
Yeah, well, that's a good question because this new Athora doesn't really do defense. It just, kicks infinitely with its purse with you in the cleat. So this is a much more offensive Athora. And this Athora, I don't think it says you can't take effect damage. Old Athora at least kept you from being burned. This one I don't think has that text, does it?
No, it does not. But I've noticed this in a few builds. Probably Antonio Wilson's thought of this too. You're probably going to tech in the overturn Athora, where your opponent must swing at that Athora, and so that you don't take effect damage, you're burning your opponent, and you have set up for Eternity Rings, along with the fact that your effects will not be nullified with your overthrow, overturn abilities. Then, when your opponent is down on low life, you're going to switch into the new Athora, killing them for no reason.
Oh yeah, she'll be back at pain. Oh, so explain to me 666. Like Mark of the Beast. Them? You think they're gonna be meta now? What did they get that puts them so over meta? Like time dragons exist. Like they're still real.
The thing about time dragons, and I probably might get bashed in the comments for saying this, they're gonna die against the new Dimension Dragons, as well as Athora, and even Deathgaze can clap time dragons. And you can message me on Facebook, we'll fight this out. You will automatically die to FTK Deathgaze only because a hunting without allies, hunting grounds without allies, you cannot counter during my attack. You will take the 10 damage.
Ooh, this tea!
Along with the fact that you can also run a hunting without a ground allies in Evil Demonic Dragons. So they're going to swing.
Right. Hunting without a thing is just a generic Darkness Dragon World card because other worlds don't get that. Cries and Katana.
You can also splash Deathgate in that deck, where you can call 2 tokens to the center and the left, so that you can do 6/6/6 penetrate damage, and your opponent can't counter to it.
Oh, so Evil Demonic Dragons wins because it has tech stuff now. Interesting. So Thor and Evil Demonic Dragons. Anyone else doing anything? Any other decks coming up? Is it really? Because I don't think anyone.
Under that tier, I see Horus coming, still being up there, never dying, because they have that nice control and aggression. Solid tier 1.5 down to 2, you'll see Time Dragons, you'll see Dem Dragons. But the reason why I'm putting Time Dragons so low is the new stuff will outpace Time Dragons, unfortunately. And we will, I'll get bashed for this, but I'm going to be honest. Everyone's selling their Time Dragon decks, and they pull out that nice house loan, and now regretting it due to the fact that there's no Team Link.
Those stimulus checks and COVID funds went for nothing.
Then you'll see Bane Dreaming that tier 2. No one's gonna play it as much now. I did like the deck at its nice little prime it had against Time Dragons, but it's at the point where everyone knows what it does and how to beat it. It's just no point in it. Yeah. Even with the new Athora, you'll see Rosalia players just crumble down. Then you'll see rogue decks like FTKs, Godpunks with their hand loops. So it's Glory Valiant is a nice little set to establish the all-around Buddyfight community. But the high tier decks will be Evil Demonic Dragons and Athora.
Oh, well, you heard it here, folks. You heard it here first, guys. And Andrew, the Schrodinger's competitor, or I like to say, the walking. I like walking contradiction. It's less pretentious. But then, who am I?
I'm a Starburst. I'm the unwanted starburst.
Oh, the walking contradiction himself, saying that he's got a Thor and evil demonic. Well, we're gonna have so many guests on that I'm so intrigued by what the poll will be. What do you think, guys? Leave a comment, and don't be sending hate mail and threat messages because we sell this in the streets. No, I'm not doing that. But
if you do send that hate mail, just know the internet is a double-edged sword. You will get posted and you will get sharked out.
It is I love to talk about Firefighters Underground. It is like the most competitive locals. Like you just get all the world champions. Like even a casual, it's like I really don't feel like facing that every 2 seconds. But that's everyone's got. So let's come with my dreams and hope they don't get shattered.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I hope I stop making people rage quit due to this death.
No, fondness makes the heart. Defeat builds character. I don't know, struggle logic. I don't know, but you can't help people. You can't help people grow up. You gotta, this is life. You can take your lumps.
Here's the crazy part: is I don't want to hurt my own deck, but if people play the new generic spell to prevent effect damage, you're fine.
Oh, well, yeah, but I know thousands of ways to kill my babies, and I'm like, oh, I wonder if I'll see them. No, all right, take this out.
No, a lot of there's counter decks, and then there's a counter spell. There's also loyalty that people can run. There's that deity generic spells, which they need to stop printing such generic controlled cards.
I think Bushiroad is trying to slowly put in a vaccine for the poison it's constantly putting out. So, and they come in the form of
for this COVID already.
Well, we'll make it work. So, this was thank you for coming on Tea Time, Steven. Thank you. Do you have any social media you want to bring out? You don't have any links you want to push? We'll definitely put them in the description box down below. But what are you out here doing? What are you out here in these streets?
I usually go to Facebook and Buddy Spoiler for all the new updated cards on Buddyfight. I do message the Chief sometimes too. Then for my cards, I will order from Firefighters Underground. I don't mess with TCG Player for Buddyfight. Every other card game, I will mess with them, but not Buddyfight. And then for playtesting, I will go to locals or Untap.in, which is a free tabletop simulator, so that people can playtest and enjoy the card game that it should be doing. Unlike me, that wants to see the world burn. That's a lot of fire we got. Ooh, that sun's getting brighter. So thank you, Andrew. Thank you for coming on. Here's a toast. The tea was delicious. And thank you, audience, for watching. Thank you, everyone. Let's give a round of applause. Give Andrew a round of applause. Clap. Good job. Thank you, Andrew, for coming. And thank you all for joining us. So, this is our new segment. We're doing it. We're doing some social distancing. We're keeping it live, funky, fresh, doing what everyone does. This is Mogo Gaming, and I'm Brew Master Steven, hoping to bring you fresh content weekly, monthly, I don't know, but hopefully consistently. And if you know that famous YouTube phrasing, always what you want to do, leave like, comment, subscribe. Thank you. Give a round of applause. Thank you. And click.